The following program is brought to you by our Patreon supporters. For as low as $1 a month, you can get episodes of Journey of Wrestling a week early and more. You too would become cool, just like
our Trash Elite, Rob and a guy from Ohio, Passion Killer 711, Destrucity KTL, DG, Thomas Austin Jr., Drake Starstorm, and the reason for this quote-unquote podcast, Kitty Holbrook.
Yeah, Katie Holbrook, one of our Patreon patrons, commissioned us to review the demo, at least, of this game, Cold Hearts. And as we were starting to play it, we were just going to play it together.
And then do a traditional podcast on it.
We realized that's incredibly inefficient. Why don't we just play it? And then if we're done by the time, before the podcast traditionally ends, we'll share some thoughts.
I'm not gonna, let's just dive in, shall we?
Let's dive in.
Greetings and salutations. It is I, Eric J. Chucky, joined as always by the boy. I'm not used to saying this part while we're playing something.
You know what? That's fine. Let's do it.
We have been talking about doing Let's Play series.
We're breaking new ground. We're breaking new ground.
I'm broken. All right.
We've got everything muted because we don't want to get copyright struck. I don't know if that would be a problem, but that's why you're not hearing game audio.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's just beeps, boops, and whistles. If it's not, hey, it is what it is. Have you ever felt like you don't belong, unable to find your place in this strange world? Surrounded by people you don't connect with, doing daily tasks that don't seem to fit you, hell, even picking groceries and clothes based on what you think a decent human being would choose. I don't think I've ever bought groceries based on what I think a decent human being would choose.
I don't think I morally interrogate my groceries very often at all, honestly.
I don't buy veal.
You know what? That's fair. So we do
but
that.
It's not like...
No, it's because I'm personally grossed out by the idea.
Living the life of an entirely different person with no way to change it. This is my reality since father died. I wasn't ready for this. I wasn't ready for anything except a night spent lying on the couch with a bag of chips watching TV or a week-long video game grinding session. Excuse me. Still a little sick. Or week-long video game grinding sessions. We only had each other, and father made sure I had both my wallet and fridge full. He owned a shop with household appliances, and I helped him out a few times, but I wasn't really interested in having a job.
This guy sounds like a loser.
It's just my voice, man.
I'm talking about the things he's choosing to say.
Oh, okay. I wasn't paying attention when he tried to teach me how to pay taxes or how to run your own company. I didn't even notice when he became sick. Okay, I kind of was going to question you, but now, man, Dad sure is thin and vomiting a lot.
Fucking dude.
Suddenly everything changed. It felt like I was being slapped in the face with reality. Sadness, grief, guilt. I went through all those phases trying to accept the fact that he's gone forever. But I never really did. Maybe that's why I try to live his life now. I took over his company. Every morning I wake up, eat a complete breakfast, and go to work, selling washing machines, fridges, toasters, everything just as it should be. Except for those sleepless nights. When I try to sleep, I like all the different environs. I will say that.
This is fun.
I've played
visually good.
I've played my share of dating sims and visual novels, and a lot of times
I really haven't.
You get one fucking screen. So, kudos. When I try to sleep, dark thoughts haunt me, showing me the worst moments of my life, revealing endless anxieties and my deepest fears. Relatable.
Yeah, that's just normal.
I tried counting sheep, but the only thing that really helps is a quick trip to the kitchen to grab something sweet from my fridge. And so we live together in the harmony and balance of a regular schedule, me and my fridge. Every night I come to visit her to ease my worried mind, and then I go back to sleep. Except for one night. The night when my fridge came to me.
This is the opening to a Stephen King novel. I want you to know that also.
Oh. Who's there? Silence. I'm sure I heard a weird metallic stomping that woke me from another restless dream. My vision is still blurry after such a sudden awakening. I rub my eyes quickly to find the source of the sound. And suddenly, I see it.
It's just me?
I'm not sure what's more bizarre, a fridge standing right in front of my bed or hearing a female voice in my bedroom. Should we act sympathetic or cautious?
I mean, they're the one who chose this particular graphic for the fridge, so I feel like cautious is the right call.
Who are you? What are you doing in my house? Stop hiding behind the fridge, thief! To my surprise, the reply I get is sobbing in the same high-pitched female voice I heard before.
I'm being called on to voice act.
Oh dear, am I dealing with a psycho here? Fridge Coon is fucking blushing,
Yeah.
dude. Hey, just tell me what you want and let's get this over with. What a blasé way to interact with a thief hiding behind your fridge.
Who has moved the whole fridge? I just wanted to help. Make it easier for Master tonight. Here.
You chose this.
I did.
Suddenly the doors of the fridge open, casting a beam of light, driving away the shadows of my bedroom. Thrown by an unknown power, a bar of chocolate hits my head and lands in my lap. As if that's not enough, the fridge turns around and, to the dreaded sound of metallic stomping, leaves the room. I'm really glad, yeah, that's... I can't take this anymore. I sink back into the pillows, hoping to wake from the stream. I'll go after. I would have to go after it.
Oh my god. Yeah, I would not just go back to sleep, dog.
Yawn. That was a weird dream. I hope I'm not losing my mind. I scratch my head and rub my face, trying to wake up. I feel something sticky on my hand as soon as I open my eyes. I realize something's wrong. My bed sheets are covered in something brown, and so are my hands, my face, and my pajamas. I jump out of bed quickly, remove my clothes in a panic. I know stress can have many effects. I heard about similar disturbances in sleep. But this? If that wasn't bad enough, there's something sticky on the bottom of my foot, too. I raise my leg, hoping to try and stay balanced and catch my foot. Ew. It's a dirty chocolate wrapping. I must have eaten it subconsciously while dreaming about that damn fridge. I know about sleepwalking, but sleep eating? Does that even exist? What a mess. Yo, that comforter is fucked, bro.
Fuck it, just go to the kitchen.
No, we gotta clean this, right? That's fucked up. I ain't gonna sleep in chocolate tomorrow after a bad day.
You gotta put your shit to rights.
Hoping that the chocolate won't leave a stain, I get the washing machine going.
No, that's not, brother, you're cooked. That chocolate is leaving a stain.
Yeah. So I hope nothing in here plans to talk to me today. I smile and blush, immediately ashamed of being amused by my own joke. Are we supposed to be ashamed of being amused by our own jokes?
Yeah, one of my favorite things to do is laugh at my own bits, and also blushing is such a weird reaction in this context.
Do I blush? You've known me for, 50 years.
Alright, so it's gonna be a complete tangent. We're gonna fucking derail this Let's Play right away.
Total tangerine.
This is absolutely something that I have seen maybe 2 people do in my entire life. Ever.
My first wife blushed like crazy. That woman would turn completely red. Whole body.
I have met like 2 humans who actually literally blush like it's a cartoon. Like turn red from embarrassment. And now maybe this is just a weird sample size for me. Do I do this? I can't see my own face.
You don't embarrass.
Look, that's fair. That's a fair counterpoint.
I walk out quickly, trying not to overthink the fact that the washing machine sounded angry. Living without my father has taught me to be frugal. Sure, I got this apartment in his shop for free, but I have no idea about running a business. Better safe than sorry. After discovering the melted leftover chocolate still in its wrapping, I decided to put it straight into my fridge. I can always eat it at midnight, right?
Insane. Insane reaction. Fully crazy.
I would throw that shit away.
You throw that away.
Yeah.
You've been rolling around. You fucking sleep snuggled that. It's
my
trash
foot
now.
was on that chocolate.
That's foot chocolate.
I don't want my own
throw
foot
it away.
chocolate. Stepping to the kitchen door, I hesitate. I'm not sure if I'm ready for another interaction with my fridge. I realize how pathetic I must look, like afraid of my own household appliances. That milk got a face.
Yeah, I do.
So, are you in the mood to talk today? I tried to make that sound like a joke.
Look at this anime-ass art style. You chose what looks to be like a real JPEG of a fridge, almost.
No,
it's also drawn, but it's so viscerally different.
My voice got rather serious unintentionally. Hey,
No.
I just wanted to put this inside of you. Will you let me do that? I will be gentle.
I chose this.
You chose this. I realize how that sounds, and I'm immediately torn between endless shame and a burst of laughter. My face turns red and sweaty.
He is now horny. That guy is now horny at his fridge. That was such a quick turnaround.
That's anime, man.
That's anime.
This fridge is a girl. Could I fuck this fridge?
Lord, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change.
You could have changed this. This is the path you chose.
Of course. Please, do it.
That same sweet, feminine voice definitely coming out of the fridge.
Definitely feminine. I'm doing a great job.
I'm mad. I must be mad.
No, all right. Real talk. If I have this interaction, one, I'm not immediately horny for the fridge. Two, I don't run. You're fucked. You're fucked now. What's running gonna do?
This is my new friend Fridge Coon. I take a deep breath and decide to completely abandon finding any logical explanation for what is happening. Is it true? Can you talk? Is my own fridge talking to me? I hear a warm, short sound, similar to a quiet giggle.
It's difficult to call that talking, but at least my dear owner can understand me.
Your dear?
That's you! I try to serve you well. I just hope you see that.
I'm gonna do this one here. Of course I do, but please don't refer to me as owner.
But please, I didn't want to make you angry. Please forgive me. I'll never do it again. You don't have to be afraid. I'll do my best to take care of you, I promise.
The fridge is sweating.
Which
they do that. They do that.
Yeah, that's normal for a fridge.
Her voice sounded so desperate, like her whole existence depends on me. Her emotions feel real, but she's not a real person, is she? I mean, this could just be a woman in a dating sim, and these dialogues would be normal.
Ooh!
Yanking on the old tie there. Do you have a name? No reply. Suddenly, the silence is broken by a loud buzzing coming from the fridge. The same sound I sometimes hear at night, reminding me to buy a newer model to avoid the drone. Dog, that's just your whole freezer guy defrost. That's normal.
That's a defrosting cycle. Answer.
She said it quietly, in a tone resembling more of a question than an answer.
Then you put a question mark. How am I going to voice that correctly if you don't give me the right notes?
As far as I know, my father didn't talk with the fridges, so she hasn't been called by her real name for at least 10 years. Maybe her original owner did that? I start to create all these theories in my head. No, wait. It's still his talking fridge. Stop rationalizing it.
No! That's the first smart thing he said!
So, Anzu. Why didn't you talk before?
Didn't I? Maybe it was just you who couldn't hear me.
Her voice sounds like she smiles, but there's some kind of mystery hidden beneath.
To be honest, I'm not sure. I can't remember myself talking before. What would I talk about anyway? The important thing is, we can communicate right now. It's pleasing to be able to talk, isn't it? This fridge is gonna fucking kill us.
Yeah. Oh, wow, my fucking dyslexia did some autofill there. The text reads, it certainly is, who knows, maybe we can be friends. I read, maybe we could be more than friends. But I'm going to go with that answer.
Friends?
She said that in a deeply questioning tone, like wondering if such a word even exists. I can't help but giggle. Tee-hee. Either she's toying with me, or she's such a weirdo.
He's already flirting with the fridge.
He's already flirting with the fridge. Realizing how I treat her as a real person after a few minutes of conversation. Am I so lonely? Really? With a deep sigh, I let myself relax. Yeah, friends, talking with each other every time I prepare breakfast, maybe share recipes if you know any. I smile to myself, shake my head, and continue. Even if you are just a projection of my insane brain, we can learn how to live with each other. You could teach me how to interact with real people, and I'll buy you nice magnets. My smile slowly fades as she doesn't reply. Doesn't she like magnets?
I am real.
She screams so loudly that I'm sure my hearing will never be the same. I start wondering what my neighbors must think right now. Her voice was angry, also a little bit childish, making me wonder if she if her soul is the soul of a grown-up. There's the anime!
Hey! It took fucking, with startup time, a solid 13 minutes to make this dude a fucking creeper. But I don't think I've ever had a friend. I don't know what it's like.
Here we go. It's not so bad. I didn't screw it up entirely, right? Don't worry, I can teach you. I mean, well, we can learn from each other. I'm sure it'll be buzzing. That really loud, really annoying buzzing my fridge lets out every night. I hope it's a big fart. While I'm trying to sleep. And now it's there again. I can't think. I can't hear my... Can you please stop that? Nothing. No reply. I guess the conversation's over. What did I screw up this time?
You were really mean.
Well, I'll try
to
again
your new
another
friend
time.
Fridge Coon, who you clearly want to date.
I feel a little bit dizzy as I leave the kitchen and lean against the wall, breathing heavily, trying to pull myself together. All the blood rushing to my dick. I could keep telling myself that it's stress, that all those nights spent at work have finally caught up with me, and that that's the cause of these strange hallucinations. But that voice was real. Deep inside, I know it well, but I try not to let those thoughts take over my mind. I feel like I'm hanging on the edge of sanity, in desperate need of distraction to clear my head. I should probably go to work, or at least decide what to do today. Since the day my father passed away, I've been running his business all by myself. It's a huge responsibility, but at least I'm the master of my own time. It's up to me if the shop is open or not. Just like my father, I'm not a fan of this whole weekend idea. Why waste a day when you can be productive instead? Quit reading me. Of course, I'm not a robot. I sometimes take a day off to visit my friend Kazuya and play games just like we did in the good old days. I like Kazuya.
Kazuya seems... I think Kazuya's going to have an interesting reaction to this being a thing, if he tells him.
It's been a while since I've been around, though. To be honest, I can't remember the last day I even took a break. That explains this whole fridge hallucination thing, I guess. Unfortunately, I don't have time to work and visit Kazuya at the same day. Being the only person running such a huge shop full of household appliances, I have to stay late to do all the paperwork and make sure everything is all right. There's barely any time left to read a book or clean the house. How did my father manage to do all this by himself? Why didn't I help him? Sigh. It's time to decide what to do. Going to work would be the most responsible idea. That's what my father would do. I'm not feeling well right now, but there is no more sick leave in my life. I have to grow up and face it. Growing up, that also means not keeping everything to myself and learning when to ask for help. Kazuya, my best friend, has always been there for me, so maybe I should tell him about what happened. Although I'm not sure how he'd react to the fact that I can hear fridges. Maybe he could actually help me. Sometimes I prefer to just stay home and relax, but I'm not sure if I want to risk another conversation with my fridge. Not now. I'll give myself a day or two to find out if I'm really insane before I start thinking about professional help. Let's not overreact yet. So I want to visit Kazuya. What do you think?
I feel like the responsible thing to do is go to work, but this guy's a weirdo anyway. I feel like Kazuya is what he would do.
Okay. I like how I said I wanted to visit Kazuya, and you took the time to call me a fucking weirdo about it.
Are you not
An
a weirdo?
irresponsible weirdo.
I didn't say you were. Are you not a weirdo?
Uh-huh.
Are you denying the charges?
No.
All right.
Look, if that fridge is of legal age and consenting. I was sure I could cope with everything myself. Apparently this was a mistake. It's time to confide in a friend. The best one there is, Kazuya.
I hope Kazuya is cool.
Well, he's the only friend I've ever had. However, this could be an even bigger mistake. Huh? Is my brain switching to autopilot? I'm not really sure how, but I have a phone in my hand and a familiar voice comes from it. I think you gotta be Kazuya.
I gotta be Kazuya?
Yeah.
Hi. Sup?
Kazuya, it's me.
I know. Caller ID. Remember when the 21st century happened? What can I do for you?
I know this may sound absolutely crazy. I think I'm losing my mind here.
Hey, calm down. Tell me what happened. Nice and slowly.
I like to pretend this is a video call and he's just standing there giving the V for victory the whole time.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
A moment of hesitation. I'm not thinking straight. Can I really tell him what happened? Everyone already looks down on me anyway. A hopeless and whimsical dreamer. Alright, again, yeah, quit reading me. I see myself wrapped up in a straitjacket already, but then again, Kazuya is my best friend. We could always talk about everything. And on the other hand, he doesn't really take anything seriously. He lives by a simple philosophy. Problem? Party hard. Bigger problem? Party even harder.
Kazuya's a Chad. You still there? I'm really worried here. Tell me what's up.
He sounds honestly concerned. Maybe I could tell him the truth. You wouldn't believe me anyway.
Try me.
I'm hearing... It's been talking to me.
What?
The sudden raise of his voice catches me off guard, and in it I can hear an honest feel of desperation. He is concerned. A good friend. This fucking narration is killing me. It's my fridge, Kazuya. It's been talking to me. A moment of silence.
Well, you were right about one thing.
Huh? What's that?
I don't believe you.
I have to hold the phone away from my ear while Kazuya laughs uncontrollably. I'm not sure if I should feel ashamed, offended, or concerned. I can't blame anybody but myself for sharing something crazy as this. I'm not even sure I believe it, with a goofball like Kazuya. But this is one of the most terrifying experiences of my life. I had to tell someone. Finally, the laughter fades.
I'm sorry, mate, but you have to admit, that is absolutely hilarious.
I'm glad you see it like that. I wish I could.
Hey, with all you've been through in the past 2 weeks, I'm not surprised your brain is taking a vacation in the bizarro dimension. What you need is some serious downtime.
Oh, goody. Here we go again.
Come over, let's talk, have a drink, don't worry, it's on the house.
Oh, he's the guy. We watched a little bit of footage to see some how the audio balance might work and to see if we should be concerned about that. He's got a Dodger and a person we won't name plushie on his couch. I'm not really looking forward to drowning this whole thing in alcohol, even if I'm just imagining things. I want to get this sorted out professionally. And again, I did just call Kazuya, didn't I? My eyes wander through the room and eventually rest on the fridge. On the other hand, right now, everything else seems better than another chat with her. God damn it. I'll be there in a minute. I don't need a response. In one fluid motion, I end the call, put the phone in my pocket, and grab my jacket while storming out of the door. He's a fucking ninja. I see this man, like, backflipping over the couch. Yeah. It's a 15-minute bike ride to Kazuya's place, and I try to keep my focus on pedaling. I don't want to think about it at all.
The fucking ninja exit of his own house.
Yeah.
Gets on a little bicycle and begins pedaling.
Hell, maybe drowning all this insanity in booze is exactly the answer I'm looking for. The world around me becomes a blur of indistinct visuals and shreds of sound buzzing through my head like a swarm of angry hornets. Enough to keep me from thinking straight. I have no idea how I'll make it to Kazuya's apartment. How I made it to Kazuya's apartment without having an accident. He's talking about another chocolate diarrhea situation. But I did it! We've got a record here. Barely 10 minutes. I'm sweating like a pig in a bacon factory. Well, at least I know Kazuya won't mind that at all. He isn't the cleanest guy either. Pigs don't sweat. I don't know if you guys know that. That's why they waller.
Because they gotta get liquid.
Yeah, they gotta. Yeah, that's why they do mud and stuff. We were thinking about getting a pig once, and we thought about how fun it would be to slather him in sunscreen.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
Yeah,
but they get big. We didn't have space.
No. Sure enough, shortly after ringing the doorbell, I hear some rustling, and what sounds like a week's worth of dishes crashing onto the floor. Case in point. That dude lives in number 4. That's the death number. I don't know if we should trust Kazuya. Suddenly, Kazuya opens the door, almost ripping it from its hinges.
Whoa, he looks a lot fucking creepier in person.
My dude is burnt out. The smile on his face is strangely familiar, slightly crooked, and his green eyes gleam like those of a psychopath. It doesn't say green there, but I said it. What on earth have I gotten myself into? Damn it, at this point I don't care anymore. It can't get any worse. I hope.
Hey, I must say I didn't expect you this early. Did you take the company helicopter? Nah, come on in. Let's have a chat.
Thanks, Kazuya. I just put a... don't look at that guy. I don't mind his remark about the alleged luxury I'm apparently living in, but while he leads me through the mess that barely resembles a living room, I start to realize how he could get envious of the life I was living. Cold Durls?
Cold Durls.
Though right now I would not have anything against changing places with him. I would clear off the couch of TV remotes, game controllers, and a plastic bag of questionable contents. I did. I'm adding words. I sit down, just in time.
I've changed basically all the dialogue I say very slightly.
To see Kazuya plunge down next to me, holding a can of beer in front of my face. He looks at me, waiting patiently for me to take a long sip, probably counting on the fact the booze will loosen my tongue.
So, can you please tell me what happened, step by step?
The beer works quickly, sending a warm feeling of fuzziness through my whole body, but I still maintain enough self-control not to make a fool out of myself.
Do you weigh fucking 35 pounds, dog? You are already buzzing off a sip of beer.
But then again, this whole thing was probably just me going insane over the events of the past few weeks. I want to be rational, especially since he was has that awful smile on his face, and it's growing wider with every passing second. I'm just tell him why we gotta lie.
What? We abandoned rationalizing this. We're committed to Fridge Coon.
So I told you that I haven't been sleeping well these days. This one night was more or less the same until I heard a rumble, and suddenly my fridge was standing right in front of my bed, and it spoke with the voice of a girl, offering me something to eat.
Well, that's not surprising. You tell me all the time about how you eat all sorts of cold trash before going to sleep. It's no surprise that you dream weird shit after such a diet, mate.
I know. I thought it was a dream as well, but guess what? The story doesn't end there. The next morning, I went to get breakfast, and she spoke again. This was this morning, also.
Get out of here. What did she say?
And so I start talking, telling him everything. I talk fast, but don't leave out any details. I don't care anymore. I don't want to deal with this madness alone anymore.
It's been one day, brother.
It's been like 3 hours.
Yeah.
As I finish my story, Kazuya takes another sip from his beer, leans back, and says,
Say, you don't, by chance, happen to have one of those new fridges? You know, the one that connects to the internet and orders food itself? Maybe it was just telling you it needed an update?
No, I can't play Skyrim on my fridge, dog. Kazuya, you know my fridge. It is almost as old as me. It doesn't have a modem or a speaker. It cannot speak. Or it shouldn't. But she did.
And yet she gave you something to eat, right?
Yes. Kazuya, am I going insane? He takes a small sip while looking at the table.
I would think so. I'm sorry to tell you straight. I mean, a girl that's so caring for her sweetheart, even preparing food? That's crazy.
Oh, screw you, Kazuya. What the hell, man? You're not helping. I'm seriously worried that I'm losing my shit here.
Calm down, worried pants. I just wanted to brighten up your mood a bit. I'm sorry. I realized it was a bad joke, and in all honesty, you aren't crazy. A little loopy maybe, but that's absolutely understandable. I mean, just look at the mess you've gotten yourself into. Like a robot, repeating the same drill every day, echoing stupid sales phrases to faceless customers. That's not what you want. It's not who you are.
Yeah, I'm lazy and I just sit around and don't notice my dad is dying.
You want to be creative, express yourself, and your mind's going completely apeshit over that.
I went through some rough times when I was working at the Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
I did not ever imagine my fridge was talking to me. I have to compliment Kazuya. In an attempt not to burst in laughter, he presses his lips together until they turn into a thin, bloodless line. I know myself how crazy this all must sound, but he really seems to be determined to help in his own way, of course. So, assuming you're right, what do you think I should do? Quit my job, sell the store? What then? It's not like I have any other jobs that will keep my fridge full. And I gotta keep my fridge full. And too late. Kazuya's laughing again. Sigh. Time for another sip of beer. Maybe it'll wash away the shame. At least I can fill the time until he's done laughing.
Oh, it'll be a while. Well, I can't tell you how to treat your girl, but also I haven't said you should quit your job. Don't jump the gun. You're sick from head to toe in a big. You're stuck from head to toe in a big pile of manure, and even though it stinks like hell, you won't drag yourself out of it in one day.
I hate manure.
First and foremost, and I know it just sounds like what I would say anyway, you gotta chill out. Get your mind off things, give yourself some space to breathe.
So you mean?
Yes! Knock yourself out. It's what you need right now.
You know what? You're right. I definitely need a breather. Let's kill some booze.
Time passes.
Tangerine wins. Ultigori victory.
No fair. All you do is button mash. I, on the other hand, read the damn manual.
Well, if I can beat you just like that, you don't have sheem hick.
That's a hit.
Ah, I see. I'm drunk here. You don't seem to have learned enough, just like back in school.
Oh, shut your trap. I ain't gonna take a leak. While I do that, you get some more beer.
What if the toilet's sentient?
Do what you gotta do.
I'm not so sure about that. I turned into Arthur Morgan. I'm not so sure about that. I should maybe go home, dude.
Dude, fucking wild. Can you still stand?
Bravely, I raise from the warm and fuzzy sofa and am shocked by the fact that my legs are still there and carry me flawlessly. You are a genius.
Then off to the kitchen.
Yes, sir. Still astounded by the functionality of my legs, I stumble into the kitchen, hitting the light switch like a mighty ninja slicing a bamboo stick in half.
He karate chopped that light switch.
My guy got kitchen titties.
Why you got the Gooner poster on the kitchen cabinet, dog?
Gotta stay inspired.
Do you not need a break sometimes?
Awesome. I spin around and reach for the handle of the fridge when suddenly...
Get your hands off my booze, you nutcracker!
Ninja immediately stops in motion. I'm pretty sure I'm drunk, but I'm even more sure that it was Kazuya's fridge talking to me, in a raspy but definitely female voice.
Nope!
Yeah, I like Dr. Girlfriend.
Yeah, okay.
My response will be as sharp as a katana of the mighty Wait! The fridge is talking to me.
Puke on the fridge! No, don't! What the fuck? I don't like that that's a choice.
What do you think, man?
Oh, call for help. Kazuya needs to be informed
Kazuya
of this
should be-
immediately.
yeah, okay. Kazuya! Help!
I like that he's Arthur Morgan when drunk.
I scream from the top of my lungs, and sure enough, a few seconds later, Kazuya storms into the kitchen, bumping into me with a plunger in hand, his dick still flopping free, loosened from his jorts.
Holy shit, what's going on in here?
She was talking too! Kazuya looks at me with a mix of confusion, frustration, and disappointment while I'm pointing at his innocent fridge. Well, seemingly innocent.
What are you gonna do about it, punk? Cry? Alright, I think you have had enough for tonight. Come on, let's get you home. Yeah, get him out of here before I mash his face in.
I swear she's...
Yeah, come on. You need some sleep.
Kazuya is a good friend. Supporting me with his left arm and pushing my bike with the other, we walk silently through the night. It seems like an unwritten rule now that we won't talk about what happened earlier, and while I'm seriously concerned about what Kazuya may think of me, I'm also thankful. The fresh air gets my blood pumping, and the alcohol unleashes its hidden potential. In short, I'm dizzy as hell. Luckily, Kazuya doesn't seem taxed at all. We reach my home, and frankly, I don't know how much time has passed. Eventually, Kazuya reaches in my pocket to fish out my keys, opens the door, gently leans my bike on the wall, and guides me further into the dark hallway, straight to the bathroom?
Alright, buddy. Here we are.
Kazuya, I may be drunk, but I know that this is not my bed. He opens the lid of the toilet.
It's not, my friend, but I'll tell you what. This is much safer. Now get down there and hug that bowl as if your life depended on it.
I have no objections. I kneel down, resting my head on the toilet seat. Kazuya was right. I am now prepared. Thank you, buddy. Good night.
Don't worry about it. Give me a call tomorrow. See ya.
And with this, he casually strolls out of my sight and into the night. See, I can rhyme. I should write poetry. It's my destiny. Slowly, I drift off to the warm embrace of sleep.
Fucking... Dear, oh dear, no, filthy, oh no. Oh dear, look at you, filthy, drunk, stained, need to be cleaned, pre-wash followed by main wash, hot, at least 80 degrees, and I don't forget the softener, no!
As I turn my head toward where I think the voice came from, I see the display screen of my washing machine flickering in a very odd way. Oh man, not this too. I got this washing machine a few weeks ago, and it's constantly annoying me with all the technology it's filled with. Isn't that stuff meant to make your life easier? Of course, it's great that it automatically detects what clothes I put into it, chooses the right program and detergent, checks if you need softener, and even shows me how to dry my stuff. That's cool and all. But whatever time I've saved by this, I've wasted twice overreading manuals, updating its firmware, rebooting. It even needs an internet connection. A washing machine hooked up to the internet. Nonsense. Sigh. Whatever it wants now, I'm sure it can wait till tomorrow. Thinking of all this, I slowly drift into sleep. Cool. Cool, what a good noise to make.
I hope it was picked up.
I'm not drunk anymore, so I'm not going to be Arthur Morgan anymore. Huh? Wait, what? Ah! I jump up, as if stung by a hornet. This guy thinks about hornets a lot. How did my head end up in the toilet bowl? I swear if my hair is wet, I'm going to go shave my head. I run my hand through my hair. Oh, thank the gods, all seems to be normal. Well, as normal as waking up like this can be. And why the hell am I naked? Okay, let's summarize. I called Kazuya. Of course, we were drinking. That explains everything. Then there was his fridge. I barely remember that. Must have been wasted by this point. I do, however, remember that he brought me home to the bathroom. Okay, that explains the toilet bowl. But I do not remember undressing. I know Kazuya can be weird, but surely he wouldn't... Or would he? My thoughts are interrupted by a soft and light melody. Realization hits me like a hammer. The washing machine.
Yeah!
Slowly, I turn around just to see the lid of the washing machine opening with a sound that seems like a sigh. I get closer, kneel down, and reach for my clothes. Same ones I wore yesterday, clean and dry. Still warm, they emit a sweet smell as I take them out. I think I can hear the sighing again.
Good morning. I timed it so that you can start your day fresh, clean, and comfortable. You should be satisfied. Or not. I do not care. It is done.
As before, I jump, this time almost losing my balance. Almost. Phew. May have ended up in the toilet bowl again. That voice definitely came from my washing machine. And I read its manual. Oh, read. Excuse me. What a dastardly word. It can't talk. It's never talked before. But it does. In a strict, cold female voice. A female voice for girls. Oh dear. Fucking new message. What the fuck? Oh, okay.
Hey, you okay? I mean, apart from the talking fridges.
Oh, Kazuya, you... Yeah, I'm okay. Sigh. Why is this all happening to me?
Oh, I was hoping you would be pleased with me tending to your attire.
The display of the washing machine is flickering like crazy. I was fucking in for a penny. Wait, let me get this straight. While I was sleeping, you undressed me? Now who's the anime pervert?
Slipped him right up, I did.
For a moment there is silence. The blinking of the display stops and dims in brightness. Suddenly a sound is coming out of the washing machine. I'm not sure if it's barfing or sobbing.
Forgive my intrusion. Let me assure you, it was probably far more unpleasant for me than it was for you. I cannot...
Her voice is shaking, quivering. It's clear to see how hard she's fighting to keep her composure. And then she lets it out.
I can't stand all this filth!
Angry eyebrows.
The little lightning.
Her behavior, no, devotion, is downright terrifying, and I'm not sure how to react. I feel like I'm the elephant in the room, destroying her rules like soap bubbles with my mere presence. What should I do? What should we do, bro?
I'm sorry there's no be normal option?
Well, what is that reaction? Speak to that.
Be normal would just be like, alright, I'm gonna go, and then you leave, because they're having a moment. The fridge, or the washing machine is having a moment. I guess the closest to that is apologize.
Alright. I'm sure we're gonna, bend down on our knees and scream for apology. Yep. I kneel down in front of her. I feel a bit silly still being naked, but I feel this is important. I wonder if Kazuya's dick's still out.
In any just universe it is.
My dear washing machine, after all you've done for me, I have to apologize. I hurt you, and that wasn't my intention. I was just very surprised to wake up like this. Suddenly, the display is flashing to full brightness. Even beyond it, is she blushing? Wait, How did I even come to this conclusion?
It has little blushing icons. Must not submit to filth.
That was weird. Her voice changed for a moment, resembling more of a robot than a human being.
You gotta give me the voice notes beforehand, dog. How am I gonna do it right if you don't?
You did just fine, my robot operating buddy. Hey, is everything alright? Triple buzz and back to normal voice. Did she just clear her throat? She doesn't even have a throat.
Oh!
Or does she?
Lordy, yes. Excuse me. Probably the smell. Can't think straight with this pollution.
So are you still mad at me? Again, I wish you'd stop reading me, game. No reply. Instead of that, there's a loud beep informing me that the self-cleaning system has started. Although the machine is modern, it runs pretty loud. I try to speak louder so she, can hear me.
Read the room, dog.
Alright, do you have a name?
A name? I'm but servant. I serve, I wash, nothing else. Name.
Here we go again. She has no problem with our language, and it doesn't sound as if she doesn't know what the term name means. She clearly does. It's just like she has a hard time remembering it. Yeah, the DM has to think of what the name is while you're going around the house asking every fucking appliance what its name and backstory are.
My name is not important. Proceed to stage 1 of cleaning. Water pump on.
She's working even louder now, making it hard to maintain a conversation.
Read the room, dog. She wants you to leave.
Ah, come on, don't be so humble. After all, you are washing all my clothes. Even my underwear.
What the fuck?
Without
man?
that, I could not even show up at work. You take care of very important things for me, and thus, I would like to know your name. No reply, just whirling. I sigh, thinking that the conversation is over now. Well, at least I tried.
How would you pronounce that? Suiko?
Suiko, yeah.
Suiko. It's Suiko. Proceed to stage 2. Fuck off.
Yeah, let's... All right.
She clearly wants us to fuck off.
Yeah, let's not press it. I start dressing up and enjoy the warmth that the clothes still emit. Suiko timed the process really well. I wonder how she did this. She couldn't have known when I'd wake up. Did she keep them warm all morning? Okay, Suiko, thanks again for cleaning my stuff, but I really have to go now. We'll talk later, okay? As I rush out of the bathroom, I hear the machine beep again. I wonder why she didn't say goodbye, have a nice day, or anything similar. But then again, I don't really have time to think about this now. Ouch, my head. I've just realized the weird aftertaste in my mouth is not the only thing left over from last evening. There's also pain. I really wish this game would stop reading me. A horrible headache, burning stomach, and overall, I'm not feeling like I should live today. I should probably stay home and rest, but can't possibly leave the shop closed for another day. I should probably have a small nap, this time on my own bed instead of the toilet bowl. I can't put trust in my own decisions these days, especially when I'm so sleepy.
Homie slept a whole day. Homie just slept the whole... Your store's in shambles, dog.
Another night passed.
One night of drinking. What is this, like a fucking after-school special?
Oh, not now. Not during this headache. My phone sounds way louder than it usually does. Did it develop a personality too and wants to make me suffer now? I wouldn't be surprised. Hello?
Good morning. Today is the day of delivery. This is an automatic reminder. A courier will visit your chosen destination in 1 hour.
Oh snap, I totally forgot. New equipment will be delivered today in my store, and I have to be there to sign the papers. Why today of all days? Hey, hello, can I please change the destination to my home address? It's important,
No, you cannot. By the way, this is an automatic reminder. We do not answer questions, we deliver. Have a good day.
Damn it! It seems like I have to go to work today. I don't even want to imagine the bureaucratic chaos I would have to go through to get my appliances back if I didn't sign those papers today. Why, oh why? Yay, responsibilities! It wouldn't come as a surprise if I said I didn't like my job. Of course, no one ever forced me into doing it, but I've grown up enough now to know that I should be thankful to my father and accept his heritage. I think it sounds kind of fun running an appliance store.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, look, I kind of always wanted to be like a store clerk at like a gaming store.
But I don't want to have to like work for it. I would like it to just fall into my lap.
Yeah, I don't want to do any of the work or build up that's required to own my own business.
It's hard because especially now, if like it's a small business, you're basically just going to get sunk within like 2 years.
Yeah, like the margins are so thin. And
you have to have like a local name to really stay.
And like I don't have any of that, and also I don't want to do all of the many 80-hour weeks and such that are required for that. I would just like. I don't really want to be a clerk. I want to be a clerk from the movie Clerks, where I don't do shit all and just get paid. But like hang
You don't
out in
want
the
to
store.
own a store. You just want to work as a retail associate.
But like make enough money to live.
yeah. Well, I mean, that's the American dream.
Yeah.
I owe everything to him, and even though he's gone now, I still feel like I shouldn't let him down. I'm going to sound different for a second.
The store is just a few blocks away from my house, and on sunny days I walk there to calm down and relax.
Well, I mostly do that when my nightmares get me out of bed early, although last night was an exception. I actually overslept, so I grabbed my bike and get cycling. Early morning rituals, open the blinds, dust down the equipment, sleep the floor?
Sleep the
Hey, if the floor starts talking, we're going to fuck it. It's not a huge retail store, although the customer's area is just part of the building.
Every fucking appliance in this store is going to talk.
I'm putting my dick in that blender. I just realized we've arrived at the Elden Ring rap.
He's sexually attracted to stuff that he cooks stuff with.
Yeah. The other side is a huge storeroom with my father's workshop where we keep used and broken appliances. Fortunately, Father taught me how to make minor repairs of household equipment, so I can always earn extra money by reselling some junk people leave here. Fascinating, right?
No, dog, no.
Well, there's one thing that makes me a little more cheerful about coming here, and by thing, I mean person. Wait, that sounded wrong. No, buddy, this sounds, yeah. But yeah, there's a certain girl in the neighborhood that left her fridge with me. It had broken down and she couldn't afford a new one. She was really nice to me when we spoke, and that means she's in love with me. Damn her smile! She's a little bit tomboyish, always wearing a baseball cap with messy hair underneath, and damn that smile of hers.
Fucking... be fucking normal! You know what? I'm proud of this girl because she finessed this dumb motherfucker out of free fridge repairs.
I'm so out of touch with this. Like I'm not trying to brag or nothing. I can pull, okay? I've always been able to. I'm fine. So from a young age, I have not had this incredibly repressed, violent horniness. I am so far removed from whatever state this motherfucker is in. Just go to the grape store and buy some grapes if you want grapes that badly. But, like, I understand that's me talking from a place of privilege. I can go to the grape store and buy grapes. Jesus Christmas. Anyhow. I haven't finished the repairs on her fridge yet, but I like to imagine her coming here for small talk. Small talk about refrigerators and washing machines. What else can I hope for? Open the front door and immediately get slapped by a newspaper, thrown by the paperboy. Thanks. Oh, she's dead.
You killed her. No, you killed her and she's in the fridge. That's fucking... You killed this woman. We are playing a murderer. She is in that fucking fridge. She's in her fridge.
You know what I do like, though? 21.
Yeah! Woo!
I sigh and peel the paper from my face. I peek at the cover and suddenly my heart skips a beat. It's her. The baseball cap girl. Her name is Yuki. Jesus Christ.
You can read it, you psycho!
21-year-old woman missing. Yuki Honda disappeared on her way to work last Friday morning. She was last seen by her friend in the region of Tonkatsu Bento. Bento? Kawasaki.
The developer of this is an American, right?
I have no idea.
They better be Japanese, otherwise that shit's just racist.
Near the local high school, heading toward her workplace at Soba HQ.
Soba HQ, Jesus, dog.
She was wearing a blue baseball cap, plain white t-shirt, and blue jeans. If you have any information, that's Yeller. If you have any information about the woman, please contact the police at her phone number.
Well, presumably that's a different picture. It's not like this was her daily mugshot she takes before leaving the house in case weird fridge repairmen kill her and stuff her in her fridge.
I'm going to assume this was an intentional design choice. But this woman's face does not scream fun tomboy. This woman's making a face that sounds like...
She got that Anna Taylor-Joy, my eyes are too far apart going.
Nah, that doesn't bother me. It's fine. Just the nose... I don't know. I feel like I got more room between my nose and my mouth than that. What? She's missing? She was last seen near my store, so whatever happened to her, it must have happened in my neighborhood. But how? Nothing really happens here. We're probably the safest district in the city.
In the Tokatsu district.
In my beloved city of ramen
Topia.
Nintendo.
I'll try. No, yours is better. Fucking.
I feel goosebumps all over my body. This guy's got books everywhere. I didn't even know her name. It's Yuki!
It's right there!
Oh, dear Yuki. Although it's terrible, I guiltily can't help feel a little excited. Oh, fuck, dude.
No, you killed her. She's fucking in the fridge, dog. I'm calling it right here.
Nothing ever happens around here. Hell, maybe I can ask around, talk to some of my customers and help find her. I can already imagine next week's front page. Shop owner saves baseball cap girl. She also accepts his proposal. Me shaking hands with the mayor. Get a fucking... Yeah.
Can we go back?
I hope that's the fridge
fridges?
smacking him in the face. It's a good thing I don't have a weak heart. It almost jumped out of my chest there. I look up to see the source of the sudden noise and find the delivery man bringing new equipment. He seems very confident in the packing material, judging how carelessly he hands the packages from his truck. Hey, that's fragile. Please don't.
Sign here.
I scowl at him angrily, and he barely even reacts, apparently more interested in his phone than me. I sigh, sign everything, and ignore him while carefully moving the heavy boxes inside. Alright, what do we have here? 2 new microwaves, a used freezer, a blender, a few compact mini fridges, last year's models. I start unpacking and making sure the damn delivery driver didn't cause any real damage to the appliances. I can't help but notice a delicious smell. Something resembling strawberries and cherries and pepperoni? Weird. Ninja Turtle pizza?
Ninja Turtle pizza!
Oh, I'm so hungry now that I think about it. Apparently the other night's chocolate catastrophe wasn't enough. I ate most of a melted chocolate bar from my foot a full 48 hours ago. I need to eat again.
Brother, this is why you got drunk off of 1 sip of beer. You don't eat food, dog. I'm sorry. They chose this when they made that the first line. Hello there.
Another heart attack? I can't have more than 2 per hour. That's a good line. My first reaction is to frantically look through all the new appliances, searching for the source of my latest mental breakdown. It's probably one of those damn mini fridges. Oh, I swear, if one of you starts talking to me...
Hey, Dumbo, I'm behind you.
I turn around and my jaw drops. Oh, it's
someone normal. Fuck,
It's a regular human girl.
I already chose fucking Obi-Wan and now I'm pot committed.
A new customer, probably. My thoughts drift away to Yuki immediately to try to find some comparison, but I don't seem to remember her face anymore.
You looked at it 5 seconds ago. What the fuck?
I want to say her hair was...
You know what? No,
baseball cap?
I relate to this. This person is out of my life for 25 seconds. I remember nothing about them. That one's fair. That one's entirely normal. I choose to believe. I'm sorry that you're Obi-Wan, miss.
This girl is radiant. Her perfume reminds me of something really tasty, and oh man, she looks even more delicious.
What the fuck?
I use all my strength to close my mouth, then even more to try to start a conversation. My voice sounds so high-pitched and weak, she may think I'm a hamster? Japanese anime.
She got a little chili pepper necklace.
Yeah. Here we go. She grins at me like I've just told a good joke.
Nothing really. Just passing by. Wanted to check on all the cute junk you have around here. Don't mind me.
She casually jumps away.
What? Fucking great.
And sits on one of my precious Mecha Helper 3000 washing machines, kicking it with her sneakers as she waves her legs. She looks around, focusing on each and every piece of equipment I have in my store. She leans toward the washing machine right next to her and proceeds to scratch at one of the manufacturer's stickers, still looking around curiously. I wanted to stop her from destroying my belongings, but her shorts are cropped up so high,
So, is this all you have here, Dumbo? Your little paradise of kitchen junk?
She leers at me, still scratching with her long, polished nails. What a meanie! No, it's not. I have a workshop here, too, where I repair everything that others didn't care for. I try to make that seem very important, honorable stuff to do, but she doesn't even seem to be paying attention. Suddenly, she jumps off and comes closer to me, swinging her lovely hips as she approaches. I don't know, I can see those hips. They're okay. Her smell. overwhelms me. I can't.
You fucking smell people. I don't know. It's fucking weird.
No, we need to have this conversation. Speak to that.
All right. So I don't have a very good sense of smell. Like I can. It's not like I don't.
She went to sleep.
It's not like I have full anosmia. But it's like if something's more than like a couple feet away from my face, unless it's really strong, I straight up can't smell it. So a lot of times in books and other fiction, when people describe shit like the smell was overwhelming, and it's like a normal thing, not like a pile of fucking rotten garbage or something. It's like, oh, this lady who's 7 feet away from me, I could smell her. What the fuck, Wolverine? That's not a normal thing to think.
Pair this with the fact that he lives with me, and I have an incredibly high-tuned sense of smell. My mom's is even stronger, so it's clearly something genetic. And yeah, it is kind of like you live with Wolverine. Sometimes I'll be like, I can smell someone burning something across the street, and you are baffled.
It's like I live with Donna Troy.
So this is your line.
So, you have more of this junk in the back, huh? Any special backroom junk for your beloved clientele?
I gulp, very, very loud. Gulp. Oh dear. Don't screw this up. Trying my best to lower my voice as much as I can. It depends on what kind of junk you're interested in.
Oh, you also made his voice cooler.
I try to wink, but all my face can do right now is something resembling a nervous tick. The flirty expression washes off her face. Now she looks like she pities me. No, please, no. Regular human woman and not a fridge.
He fucking failed the check, brother. That's... Whew. Oh, never mind, I guess. I was just passing by. Goodbye, then.
She rushes outside and disappears out of my sight before I even realize what happened. I breathe heavily for a few seconds and run toward my washing machines, checking the stickers. She was scratching at it for some time, yet I can't see any damage. Good then. At least my equipment is saved. Can't say the same about my dignity. Fortunately, there were no other unexpected events throughout my workday. I tend to value normality more and more these days. Am I getting older or what?
No, your fridges are talking.
I close the shop, count the money, and clean up the place a little bit. The sun starts to set, and as a final sign, I should probably go home now. But I rarely do that at this hour. Home means loneliness and nothing to occupy myself with, except for all my talking appliances. When my father passed away, I spent whole nights in the workshop here, trying to focus on repairing appliances instead of thinking about how much my life sucked. The workshop is really all of the backgrounds. I really genuinely appreciate this.
Also, I see that fridge. I see the garage fridge.
This is the one we've had our fingers all up in. The workshop is a special place to me, but not in a positive way. It's a place to spend time when I feel lost and depressed. The only way to keep myself sane and refocus my thoughts on something productive. My little personal purgatory. I open the workshop door and a cloud of dust hits my lungs, causing a bad cough. Oh, now I'm in character. Damn, I should do something about the mess in here. I look around. A desk with an old PC, tons of repair tools obstructing its keyboard, a coffee mug with a cloud of mold popping out of it, boxes full of forgotten documents. Oh man, I have a weird nostalgia for hardware stores. I spent a lot of time in them when I was a little kid. We had one in the town I grew up in, and my family owned it, so sometimes after school I'd go there and play Hunt the Wumpus on the old PC there. So, like, this dust-covered, I feel this. I relate to this.
Did they also have a cloud of mold-spewing toxic coffee mugs at the hardware?
Well, no, but, like, assumedly it wasn't, like, a depression purgatory. It's just where men bought things.
That's fair. That's a difference.
The huge room is cluttered with old fridges, washing machines, and microwaves. I see the one. Some of them totally ruined, others covered with blankets resembling old sick people quietly accepting their fate. Wait, am I personifying items again? Brain, please remind me not to do that. Smiling, I admit to myself that this company is far better than any other I've met today. At least they don't talk. Maybe it's because they're mad at me for leaving them here. Do they feel offended? Well, let it be this way. I enjoy the silence quite a bit. I stop smiling when my eyes focus on a fridge on the other side of the room. The blanket covering it has holes, letting dust fall and settle on its top. I throw it to the side, coughing again. This fridge belongs to the baseball cap girl, to Yuki. whatever her face looks like. I wonder where she is and if she'll ever come back for her fridge. Even if she doesn't, damn, why do I even think about it that way? I still feel obligated to repair it. It's not in perfect condition, but I'm sure I can do something with it. Let me just open it and see. Ugh, it won't budge. I know I've opened it before. What's happened since then? Maybe it's the moisture in this place. I pick up some tools and try to open it using a little bit of force, but it remains tightly shut. Dude, she's totally in that
She's
fridge.
in that fridge. She's fucking in that fridge.
I don't want to cause any damage, so I give up. Well, let's start to repair from the back then.
I'm not touching that one, brother.
Oh, whoa. It's sexual, baby. Oh, my phone's ringtone is so loud. I checked my pockets and panicked.
No, that's his ringtone now. You made that canon.
I sure did. Finally grabbed the smartphone and look at its display. Oh, not him. Not now. Masato Ibiki, former business partner of my father, and now yet another pain in the ass I have to deal with. He is the Emperor from Final Fantasy VI. He doesn't just own the land this store stands on, but also invests money in it, all for a small cut of the profits. Considering the current economy and my credit rating, this guy's my only hope. A relationship worth cultivating, or rather, one I'm forced to cultivate. I answer the call hesitantly.
Why, hello there. What a pleasant surprise. You actually picked up your phone.
A surprise? Surprise? I always answer your calls, you bastard! Ugh, I can't say that out loud. I have to behave. Expecting me to get angry, you won't get it. Good evening, Mr. Ibiki. How can I help you?
Well, I thought you'd know. It appears to me like you have a business plan for the quarter due to...
Tomorrow, yes. It's done already, actually. I can deliver it any time.
Splendid! All right. So how about you come over tonight in, let's say, 2 hours. I'll order some dinner, and then we can look at this plan of yours.
My man's eyebrows go off his face. You greasy, condescending son of a... Okay, that sounds wonderful, Mr. Ibiki. I'll be there on the dot.
Let's hope so. Hope to see you then. Click!
Breathe deeply. Breathe deeply. In and out. Keep cool, calm, and collected. Let's hope so, huh? You should hope I'm not taking my plan and shoving it up your ass. No. Wait, what? Is there someone in the store? I thought I locked up before visiting the workshop. I look around and no one's there. Oh well. I'm hearing enough strange things these days. Let's pretend this was just an appliance acting up. Another patient for the workshop. But that'll have to wait. Now I've got to make sure I actually do have a business plan for tonight. Time to get to work.
Time passes.
Phew, that was exhausting, but I'm done. And I'm actually pretty happy with it. In fact, this was a perfect opportunity to use logic and reason along with my imagination for something really productive. It was fun.
That's the saddest fucking thing you've said so far, narrator.
But using logic and reason and creativity to come up with a plan to do something is fun.
It is, but just given the rest of his life so far.
Damn, am I growing up? Anyway, I know Ibiki doesn't really take me seriously at all, but he'll have a hard time disagreeing with my plan. It will really improve the store's bottom line, I think. This will be a successful evening. Is that a Japan thing, or does this person just not know how shit works?
I don't know.
Okay. Let us know in the comments if you know.
How shit
because
works.
your landlord does not have any... He doesn't care how you run your business.
Well, he's also an investor in the store.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, investors meeting. That makes sense. If I manage to get there on time, shit, I've got to hurry.
Slowest transition so far in the game. I choose to believe that was intentional because it was very funny.
Yeah, it was very funny. Mr. Ibiki lives in a floating tree palace.
No wonder he's such a douche all the time.
Unfortunately, it's not the time for admiration. It's 9:55 p.m., and for some reason, I'd rather show up half an hour early for an appointment than just be a minute late. Oh, okay, can't relate.
Yeah, no, that's me right there. That one's me.
I rush to the door, adjust my tie for the last time, and ring the bell. At first, nothing happens. I want you guys to know I'm not putting this voice on to be super intense on purpose. It's just where my voice is sitting right now because of the cough. So, that might be an extra layer of humor after all this time. I'm not sure if letting me wait is part of Ibiki's strategy or if walking through the entire mansion just takes a lot of time. Maybe it's both. But after what feels like an eternity, the door finally opens and I'm presented with Mr. Ibiki's smug smile.
Well, what do we have here? Welcome to my humble home.
Mr. Ibiki-san, sir, why do you wear pigtails?
They're cute.
Oh god, that's disgraceful. Even for you, Ibiki. Thank you for the invitation, Mr. Ibiki. Mind if I come in?
Oh, not at all. Please, please. I have ordered us some first-class sashimi. It should arrive in just a few minutes. How about we eat and talk a little about how things are going for you? How you've managed to settle into the daily routine, which is surely a challenge for you.
What an interesting outfit. What an interesting man.
After that, I'll have a look at the documents you brought me.
I would like to punch you in the face so much. I would like to punch... Oh, thank you for inviting me for dinner, Mr. Ibiki. This sounds like a good plan. He shrugs off my compliment, which gives me time to take in the dining room, dominated by a huge table with places set for 2 people.
Please do. Take a seat.
Is this the bit? Like, I know you put on the pretty nice, normal voice as a bit, but, like, is he just actually a perfectly reasonable man, and this guy is, like, flipping his shit for no reason?
I've chosen high-pitched enough that I could be a real asshole, but I'm making it friendly because he's a corpo.
I mean, but he hasn't even said anything that mean.
No. Maybe you've just been living with me so long you don't detect smug anymore.
Maybe, I guess. Thank you. I thought Ibiki wasn't married. Why would he need such a huge place? Well, I guess for him, it's not what he needs that's important. It's just what he can get. We start with some small talk, a warm-up for the battle ahead. Before we're even remotely done talking about how inappropriate the weather seems to be for this season, the doorbell rings again.
Oh, it seems our dinner has arrived. I'll bring it over. If you'd please head over to the kitchen, get us a bottle of wine, would you? I took it out of the cellar this morning and put it in the refrigerator.
No.
By the time we get to it, it should be the perfect temperature.
He's so nice. He waves over to a door, which I assume leads to the kitchen. I nod and head toward it, while Ibiki leaves the room. From what I've seen so far, I shouldn't be surprised, but I am. Everything in this place is massive, and it looks as if you could prepare food for a whole army here. Everything is modern, especially the appliances, and I'm pretty sure he got nothing from my store. Aw, man, that fridge. We've never sold something as advanced as this, totally out of range of our usual customer base. You could play Skyrim on it. Look at that thing, glossy black, tall, and some LED lights grace the front below the door. Probably useless, but hey, style over substance. Gulp. Please, now. Keep calm. I'm not even sure who I'm addressing, me or the fridge. I reach for the handle and pull the door open, revealing a whole lot of almost nothing at all. 3 bottles of wine, some Insta-food, which I wouldn't have expected, and a lonely slice of pumpkin pie. I love Mr. Ibiki. I want to date Mr. Ibiki. I randomly pick one of the bottles. I seriously don't know much about wine. Pretty much sure that Mr. Ibiki will draw his own conclusions from that, but come on. It's not like you have to be a wine expert to run a store, right? As I reach for the door to close it, the door of the freezer compartment suddenly springs open. Startled, I step back and watch in shock as the whole area around the fridge is quickly swallowed by a mist caused by the temperature difference. What a powerful freezer! Oh, I gotta do something before I get in trouble.
And we wouldn't want that, now would we?
I almost dropped the bottle of wine hearing this voice. Oh no, please, not again. As the blood quickly escapes my face, a figure emerges through the mist. Still just being a silhouette, I can clearly see the proportions.
I chose the right voice.
What the fuck? It's a woman? Why gotta keep a woman in his freezer?
I think that is the freezer.
It's a woman with waspy hips.
Waspy hips! So thin, narrow, Anglo-Saxon?
And legs that seem to reach all the way up to the heavens gulp. As she emerges from the mist, her appearance hits me like a blow to the heart. Smoky eyes and plum red lips framed by flowing hair. That's purple, dog. An elegant and pompous dress which shrouds yet still emphasizes every little detail of a perfectly proportioned figure. Except for those waspy hips.
Except for that fucking absolute nothing going on in the back.
Not breaking eye contact for a split second, she nearly floats toward me, almost casually hitting the door of the freezer with a graceful swing of her hips. putting an end to the continuous flow of mist threatening to engulf the whole kitchen.
So you are Misato's little partner, Interesting. Very interesting.
Her cold eyes seem to scan me thoroughly, sending shivers down my spine. The way she addresses Mr. Ibiki and the way she's dressed, she's clearly no maid. Could she be Ibiki's wife? Come out of the fucking freezer? May he be married at all?
You guys have stuff in common. You both keep women in fridges.
Maybe. Don't just stand there. Do something. Yes. I am sorry. Mr. Ibiki didn't mention...
Oh, of course he didn't mention me. How could he? That's all right. I'm Ume. It's a pleasure to meet you.
How could he? What a curious thing to say. Why couldn't... Oh my. She's still coming closer.
Not the most talkative type, are you? But a good selection of wine, I see. Careful, though. It may go straight to your head. And I'm sure you wouldn't want things getting out of control. Or do you?
I'm electrified. Unable to move. Those are two different. I notice that while she's running her fingers over the label of the bottle I'm desperately holding onto like a lifeline, I feel absolutely nothing at her touch. It seems... Wait. Her fingers are clearly reaching through the glass. This woman, Ume, is not real. The realization hits me like a slap to the face. Of course he didn't mention me. The way how she emerged from the mist. I could read that sentence. But she did close the door of the freezer, didn't she? She's... Oh, God help me. She's another one, but she's also standing right in front of me. How is this possible? Is it the stress? Have I gone completely insane? Both? What do I do? What do we do, man? Alright, so what should we do?
I think... We don't want to confuse Mr. Hibiki.
Yes, that's true.
It's very important. And this lady's coming on very strong. Mm-hmm. I think it's time to get out of this situation.
We got the wine. We got what we need. In a desperate attempt to reserve my sanity, I turn around, not saying a single word, and storm out of the kitchen. I have no idea how long I spent in the kitchen, but luckily it passed unnoticed. Ibiki is just about to prepare a huge mixed sashimi platter, and my mouth starts to water. I don't like sashimi. Whoops. What about you?
I don't know that I've ever had it.
I mean, it's pretty fishy, and you're not a fish guy.
Yeah, I don't feel like... sushi is alright, but sushi's not usually that fishy. I feel like sashimi would be...
Sashimi's got all those sauces. It's spicy, but not in like a good way. I'm just not a fan.
I'd be willing to try it, but I'm pretty sure I wouldn't like it.
I'm desperately looking for something to keep my mind off of whatever just happened in the kitchen, and this food just looks like the most delicious escape I've ever seen. Oh man, what now?
I don't know who that is.
Gotta say, your shop is really cozy. If it wasn't so smelly, I could live here. What the? Who are you?
Oh, I know who this is.
Is this a prank?
This is Obi-Wan.
I don't even... I put down the bottle of wine as Beaky looks up at me.
Oh, there you are. I see you've made your choice. Interesting.
Honestly, I don't care anymore. All I want to do is eat and get this evening over with, but it's not going to be so easy now, is it? As we proceed to eat, Ibiki immediately begins to interrogate me.
So, how are things looking over at the store?
Are corpos okay? He's interrogating me. How you doing, buddy? Oh, pretty good. I can't complain. Still have a steady stream of customers, and they seem to be very happy.
Oh, that's good to hear. I imagine it was hard to pick up where you left off. Getting acquainted with the customer base, digging into all this paperwork. No problems with it at all?
He's kind and considerate. No, you knew my father. He was an orderly man, and he treated his customers with the utmost respect. Continuing his work couldn't have been easier. It just needed a little bit of dedication. It was no big deal. That was a bit cold, yes. The way Ibiki fails to show any sensitivity toward the passing of my father is just downright pissing me off. I meet his eyes, and I see his expression shifting slightly. Is that a spark of recognition? Maybe he feels that he has to test me, make sure that I'm good for this job. And yes, feelings have no place out there. Maybe I misjudged his intentions. At the end of the dinner draws near, topics get more casual. Mr. Ibiki gives up asking me about the work, and I'm happy about it. Of course, there is still the business plan, but my confidence is growing immensely.
Probably the wine. Well, that was good. Now, how about we have another glass of wine while we look at your project?
Sounds good to me, you bastard. I grab the folder from my bag, open it slowly, and present it to Mr. Ibiki. I hold back myself from commenting on anything, as I don't want to appear too defensive. I think everything speaks for itself, but I'm also ready for his questions. As Mr. Ibiki grasps the content of the documents I presented to him, he begins asking questions, trying to poke holes in my strategy. Despite the events of the evening, or maybe because of them, I manage to keep my mind focused and answer the best I can. With each answer I give, Mr. Ibiki seems more and more satisfied with me, even though I still think it's a long way until I can call this respect. Eventually, we reach the final details of my plan.
Well, that looks good. Really good. I think I'll continue my investment and maybe even add a little extra. There's some real potential here.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ibiki. I appreciate your kind words.
Your father taught you well. You should be proud of yourself. Now, I don't want to hold you up for much longer. It's getting late, and I'm sure you'll have another hard day ahead of you tomorrow. Here, let me help bring you to the door. Should I call you a taxi?
That won't be necessary, Mr. Ibiki, but thank you, and have a good night. I feel like this relationship could become much better. As I climb on my bike, I feel confident, happy, and almost certain that I'll have a good sleep tonight, riding down from his tree fort mansion. Yes, this was a good evening.
Oh, shit. I'm so glad I chose the voice I did for Mr. Ibiki.
That dream. I heard a voice coming out of my fridge. I opened it and found a talking cake inside. It was begging for me to eat it, and I moaned in bliss when I finally did it. I should probably call a specialist.
Yeah! Dog, you really should have done that days ago.
I woke up feeling uneasy. Everything that's happened in the past 3 days is slowly leading me to the conclusion that I'm not fully okay. Or worse, if I'm okay, the world is not. As a kid, I've always dreamt about having superpowers, but talking to house appliances was absolutely not on the list. What about you? Did you ever want to talk to appliances?
It never came up, but I feel like if it had been offered, I'd have been like, yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's fine. Not toilet.
I would feel bad, because
Yeah.
I gotta do bad things to toilet.
Yeah.
I don't want to have that. It's bad if he doesn't want it. It's worse if he does.
Mm-hmm. What if everything can talk? I bet I've seen a cartoon or movie about it before. Maybe every little spoon or needle in my house has its own soul, character, identity. That's, as I remember correctly, an ancient Japanese belief that every grain of rice has a spirit. Every object has a spirit.
I think so. I'm not really super studied. I wouldn't want to speak too out of turn, but I believe that's one of the reasons, like, you get stories of like ghosts inhabiting items that are very old.
Yeah, yep, you're exactly correct. I have done a lot of research on that. Can't remember the term for them off the top of my head, but yep, like those umbrella guys with the tongues.
Yeah.
How many innocent creatures have I hurt my entire life by walking over used cigarettes and bottle caps? What about the pavement? Sigh. I think it's time to face my fears once again. I'm in desperate need of chocolate anyway.
The only thing in this fridge is chocolate.
Homeboy's like, Mr. Ibiki's fridge there's nothing in it, and it's like full of beautiful, delicious groceries, but there's just no chocolate, so he doesn't see that.
He saw the pumpkin pie, though.
Yeah, that pie. I get up lazily and proceed toward the kitchen. Unwillingly, my loud yawn smoothly transforms into "Ohio!" Like my vocal cords couldn't wait to greet every possible talking item in this house. I smile to myself, hearing no reply.
What do I do? Good morning.
My legs decide to freeze all of a sudden. I can barely catch my balance and stay on my feet. I wish it were my fridge's voice. It's not.
Pardon my sudden interruption of your daily schedule. It's time to talk.
My eyes shift slowly toward the living room and regain focus. There's a man sitting on my couch. A sheep man. Some part of me wants to scream and call the police, but the majority of my brain either thinks he's not a threat or that he's not real.
You know what? I'm actually starting to really enjoy having to pick a voice before I see what the thing looks like. Because that is the least appropriate voice I've picked so far, including the fucking New York City fridge.
He doesn't look real, that's for sure. His white curly hair has a very strange, luminescent color, similar to his eyes. He seems very pale and skinny, almost sickly, but there's weird power resonating from him. I can't clearly state if he's physical. It feels like I'm watching a ghost who has suddenly materialized in my room. To talk about what? I want to ask him so many questions, but can't. My voice barely gets out of my throat.
Tell me, have you experienced any weird things lately?
No, but I have experienced a few creepy ones.
You absolutely tell the truth!
This question surprises me for a second, but I realize there's no point in lying now. Yes. Items around me talk, turn into humans and back. I hear voices. The man smiles gently and nods his head.
I'm really glad you're not trying to refuse their existence. A small step, but it's a good start. In all honesty, I didn't expect that from you.
I'm more puzzled than ever, considering past days. That's a record. What did you expect from me?
Something like your father would do. Analyze, find a resolution, go back to your daily tasks like nothing ever happened.
He smiles wider, looking into the distance. Was he remembering something?
Thinking about it, maybe that's why you can hear them. Maybe this huge mystery can be solved so easily.
Wait, what? What mystery? Fridge hearing superpowers? It's not in genes. Oh, wait, what?
The first rule is, I cannot give you every answer you want. Not that I'm in possession of every single answer, if that changes anything. I wish I could help you more than this, but unless you're on the right track, my hands are tied.
What? The first rule of what? Fridge Club? Suddenly I hear a loud buzzing coming from the kitchen, slowly dissolving into a sweet female voice.
Hello, master. Who are you talking to?
The man smiles gently.
The second rule is, they can't hear me nor see me. It doesn't work both ways, though. I can see them, right through them, to their very roots. That's hard to say in that accent. I know where they come from. I know where they reside. I could, potentially, do much more than that. But I'm not allowed to interact with them, nor am I allowed to assist you in that interaction.
He pauses to wait for a reaction from me, but I'm still frozen shut. Frozen?
Frozen.
I'm Jack's broken freezer.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Right after my Fridge Club reference!
What the fuck? The third rule is, I have to advise the... I have to read that sentence again. I am to advise the one of power, one who cannot be pushed onto a certain path or brought around to my point of view. I cannot be subjective. I can only ask, sometimes answer, and in case our paths, your path, leads you to failure or death...
I'm trembling. He sounds so serious. Too serious.
I'm supposed to leave forever. Are those rules clear?
Nothing is clear, my mind included. I'm not even sure where to start. My head is buzzing with questions. But he said he can't give me answers, right? How is it supposed to work? So, this is not just about talking to attractive refrigerator. You didn't have to put it... You didn't have to... We're here still. We're back here.
I want his reaction to be, what the fuck? That's a weird thing to say, dog.
This isn't just talking to refrigerators who make me real fucking horny. Real fucking horny fridge. The man laughs a little bit, but continues looking at me mysteriously.
He thought it! He thought it! There are more things in heaven and earth than I dreamt of, and talking fridges are just one of them.
So that was Shea Gorath, right? Like, that's...
Fucking cinema! Fucking, I'm standing! Cinema! I hurt my knees.
So we did go a little bit over time. The cut was us checking how much was left.
And there wasn't enough for another episode, so you get a big long podcast!
Yeah, big long one. Thanks again, Kitty Holbrook, for suggesting we play this.
I'm absolutely not going to keep playing this game, but I'm...
But you can't. It never finished.
Oh, there never was a full release?
No, I guess it's still on the table, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know. It's been a long time.
I don't like this main character, but I am intrigued by this story.
Sheep Man was a turn I wasn't expecting.
No, that was a little out there.
I'm so glad that there weren't multiple episodes, so I didn't have to start making notes about who had what voice.
Yeah, same. And my throat, my chest has been clearing up slowly as we've gone on, so I've had to go harder into the voice.
Well, the thing is, like, because of the opening narration and the fact that your main character decisions and voice got more and more deranged, it's almost like we were in a Stephen King novel.
Yeah, it was just a really weird one. I enjoyed my time with it, though. Thank you very much, Kitty.
Yeah, this was great. This was super fun.